Hey, it's this game again. How about that? So we still need to get the attention of the Lotus Assassins. We have two ways to do that. Either through the Inquisitors or through the Executioners. Now, the Executioners aren't terribly interesting to get the attention of. You just gotta win in the arena. So we may as well not do that. It's a little bit more interesting to deal through the Inquisitors. So let's head to the Scholar's Garden. But first, on the way there...
oh dear, this won't do.
It's Incisive Chorus. This guy is now here because, well, I don't remember what triggers him actually. But he's here now and he has a side quest that we'll do a little later. Anyway, he's actually at the Scholar's Garden. We need to go and talk to Scholar Go. That's his name, right.
Welcome, friend. The lecture won't be starting for a little while, though your enthusiasm is appreciated. I wouldn't worry about seating. Those interfering philosophers had made sure that very few people will be attending the lecture. What? Huh, that's quite a question. I'm not sure who told you, but I'd appreciate it if you would keep your voice down when asking those kinds of questions. Nobody here suspects me to be anything but an overzealous scholar, and I'd like to keep it that way. So you want to know about the recruiter? You have a flying machine, do you not? Yes, I know about that. Go back to the landing area and someone will meet you there. He already knows, I'm sure. Now go and I will not speak to you about this any further.
Your course is set. The Inquisitor will be waiting at your camp. Appease him, and you'll be on the road to appeasing me.
Say, appeasing the princess. Well, head back to the camp.
You there, Sky. I see you skulking around like a ghost. Where have you been?
I've been out spying on the Lotus Assassins. We're trying to draw their attention, and I wanted to see if it was working. I'm happy to report our bait has snagged a fish. The Inquisitors have taken notice of us. In fact, one of their representatives is on his way here now.
You were spying on an Inquisitor and he didn't notice you? Impossible. What's really going on, Sky? Where were you? The Inquisitors are masters of espionage and intrigue, Sky. They would have seen you tailing them. They would have seen you and killed you.
You underestimate me. I can be quite invisible when necessary. I followed the Inquisitor for some time without him being aware of my presence. Then I slipped away and rushed on ahead to warn you he was coming. I didn't want him to catch us in the middle of anything incriminating, like this argument.
Kana, o Nikasuri Kwana no Kasa Iriro. Niato o Nanapati Irovir, Koni Oknawata Ir. Ukirwir, no Fantayana Okona ni Pinatawa. Wuno will na no pa irsu, Isana Yuyo. Konir fuk no sankud na no wana nyapir. Kana, o Nikasuri Kwana no Kasa Iriro. Sata tawi wo nawa fu kuno su kutnia awafawa sutok. Wo sun pununok, yapapap nasia iwir sair wooth. Usair coconato, tanatia, katanano, shafatoyo, coconato sir ipanonenico. Niato nonapati irovir, kuni ugnawata ir. Wuno will na no pa irsu, isana yuyo, konir fuk no sankud na no wana nyapir. Sata tawi ir, wanawa fu kuno su kutnia awafawa ir sutok. Wunno will na no ba irsu. Isana yuyo. Kunir fuk no sankud na no wana nyapir. Unno irwo fubso wisa wushin. Woke wasa irsu sukuyo ni uksa irsawa. Ipanar nuko iwa ir nikasanarir iruro ni nuasa ir kana. Wunno will na no ba irsu. Isana yuyo. Kunir fuk no sankud na no wana nyapir. Ikirnik tine piru, wo iferek uk sun puno. Usair kokonato, tanatnir, katanano, shafatoyo, kokonato sir ipanoneniko. Niato nonapadi irovir, kuni uk nawata ir. Usair kokonato, tanatnir, katanano, shafatoyo, kokonato sir ipanoneniko.
You know, far be it from me to presume, but I have an idea of how we might be able to solve this problem. My glorious wife's third cousin is a minor official in the Ministry of Harmony. I know a little something of the way Judge Fang conducts his business. All of Fang's ministers bring him an honor gift when they go to see him, an offering given as a sign of respect, a bribe, some might call it. If we replace Sheng's honor gift with something insulting, rare turtle eggs, for example, Fang would be so outraged he'd refuse to even listen to Sheng's report. I admit there are still some details yet to be worked out, but acquiring the eggs is easy. I have some here that you can simply have.
You have turtle eggs? Here? After just saying they are very rare?
Well, I was saving them for my coming anniversary. You buy early if you want them to be ripe. It doesn't really matter, does it? There are more daunting problems to consider. For example, how will you sneak past Sheng's guards to make the switch?
We should just kill Shang. Nice and simple. Kill his guards, too.
Oh, yes. And while we're at it, we could kill Fang, and his guards, too. Unleash rivers of blood in the streets, all in the service of the Lotus assassins.
Now that is how you interrupt the bureaucratic process. I'm all for it.
I am no coward, but there is already more blood on my hands than I can ever wash clean. You know this. I have no plan for you, no easy answer. But working with the Lotus assassins is a bad idea. No good can ever come of it.
We really don't have any choice, Sue. It's the only way we'll ever rescue Master Li. I don't like the idea of causing trouble for Shang. Maybe we should investigate Fang in the arena first. We might be able to stop him from getting that report without hurting Shang. Or anyone else.
Maybe you're right, Dawnstar. I just hope that in the end we don't sacrifice everything for the sake of one man, even if he is your beloved Master Li.
It's up to you how we handle this, but remember that the Inquisitors aren't just thugs. They're more subtle.
Oh, that was a lot of talking. So, we have some options of how to handle this. Of course, we don't want to just kill Fang or Shen, because that's just not what an Inquisitor would do. We could botch up Shang's chance of impressing Fang with those turtle eggs, but that'd be kind of mean, kind of rude, kind of closed fist. So why don't we instead go see what Fang's up to in the arena? Because maybe we can stop him from meeting with Shang in the first place. Solving this a little bit open-palmy. Also, the Executioner is here now.
There are rumors flitting about the city that you seek the attentions of the Executioners. These rumors come from the palace itself, leaving me intrigued. You are a novice with no standing in the arena. What makes you think you are of any interest to me? Then show it with your skills, not your mouth. Anyone can talk about their victories. I need people who let actions speak for them. If you were to knock Iron Soldier from his perch as Silver Division champion, I would be impressed. I will be here if you wish to petition me further, but I don't acknowledge anything less than the best. Return when you are worthy, and no sooner.
Yeah, I don't know why the press A prompt was there, but he needs us to get to the Silver Division and beat Iron Soldier. Kind of a ways off, because I haven't actually started the Bronze Division yet, but I'm gonna do the arena anyways, but, you know, let's just go and find Fang. That's what we're here for, after all. He should be... Ah, there's his guards. There he is himself.
Saw you out there in the ring. You got real potential. Even Fang was impressed. But that doesn't mean he wants you blocking his view, so back up. He comes here to watch the fights, not talk to the fighters. I guess he figures the more he talks to you, the less time you have to inflict horrible, bloody carnage on someone in the ring. Not without an appointment, and his schedule's full for the next month. All the ministers are coming in from the outlying towns to make their reports. If he's not meeting with a minister, he's relaxing here, hoping to see somebody beaten to a quivering pulp in the ring, or maybe torn apart by one of the animals. Yeah, that or he's taking a break with Breezes. Poor girl. No amount of silver is worth what she does for him. Gentle Breezes. She's Fang's, concubine. She's over in the next room with the common folk. Fang doesn't like to be seen with her in public. He, doesn't mind her getting up close and personal when they're in private, though. The things she does for him. Forget it. I won't go into details about what Fang did to the last guard he caught taking bribes, but restraints, starving dogs, and gravy on certain parts of the body were involved. Fang watched the whole thing, laughing all the while, and when it was done, he went upstairs with Breezes for a little relaxation. Poor girl. Okay, good luck in your next fight.
So unfortunately, his guards aren't going to budge. He's right there, too. Well, maybe we should have word with Breezes. They only dropped her name about 10 times during that conversation. And she's right over here in the corner.
Sorry, big boy. I'm not open for business. Judge Fang's got me on his payroll, and he doesn't like me taking customers on the side. Unless you're into something twisted, then he might want to watch. Fang's always looking for some new perversion to make his little soldier stand at attention. My name is Gentle Breezes, but everyone just calls me Breezes now. I guess you lose your gentle side when you spend too many nights with Judge Fang. Fang's my benefactor, if you know what I mean. I do all the things that make him happy. Filthy, nasty things. But at least that sick bastard pays well. I hate him. He's a vile, repulsive deviant. He likes to hurt. When things are bad, a man like that leaves scars, emotional and physical. Look, I've been around. I know people do strange and disturbing things behind locked doors. But nothing like this. There's no act too brutal or shameful for Judge Fang. He's into all sorts of things, and he's no stranger to pain. I know that all too well. I've thought about quitting. Every night. But I heard what happened to the last girl who tried to leave Fang. He's not the kind of man you just walk away from. He sees me as a possession. His possession. He's not just going to let me go. He's got the wealth and power to find me wherever I run. I'm stuck with Judge Fang until he's tired of me. I've come to accept that. It's a hard, grim fact. But at least he pays well. Fang's head of the Ministry of Harmony, so he controls taxes and executions across the Empire. That makes him a very rich and powerful man. Even the Lotus assassins are wary of Judge Fang, probably because they know he's just as vile and corrupt as they are. All the rumors about him are true. He's the most infamous degenerate in the Imperial City. And I work for him. Get rid of him? What do you mean? Remove him from office, or something else? Really? I was hoping you wanted to kill him. The world would be a better place with that disgusting pig dead and buried. But as much as I want to see his bloated corpse floating in the gutter, Fang is a dangerous man, and he keeps my pockets lined with silver. I hope Fang gets what he deserves, but you'll have to do it without my help. No. Even if I was willing to give up all that silver, if Fang finds out, he'll make sure I spend the rest of my days begging for death. It's not worth the risk. Don't hurt me. Fang's already hurt me too many times, and I won't let him hurt me again. I'll help you. You wanted Fang dead, right?
The Inquisitors prefer subtle solutions. Murdering a chief minister doesn't quite fall into that category.
It'd be easier to kill him. Fang's reputation is already as dirty as it can get. As long as it doesn't get in the way of his job, everybody just turns a blind eye. Well, every document Judge Fang approves has to be stamped with his imperial ring. Losing the ring is a major offense. And if it was revealed he lost the ring during one of his sexual escapades, even Fang wouldn't want that to come out.
What are you doing here, Breezes? You know I don't like it when people see us together in public.
Don't be mad, my mighty and manly Fang. I was just hoping we could go upstairs for a bit. I've got a treat for you. Here's a hint. They're silk.
I'm surprised you're so eager after last night. I'm glad to see you're finally becoming more receptive to my special needs. Well done, Breezes. If a little tame for my tastes. I think tonight you should wear the blindfold. I have some interesting surprises in store for you.
I can hardly wait, oh great and virile Fang. Here's the ring. Fang will do anything to keep people from finding out he lost it to a whore, even if it means resigning his post. Show the ring to his guards and they'll let you through. I better disappear for a while, but make sure you tell him where you got it. He'll be sorry he ever touched me.
All right. And she vanishes in the ether. So now that we have Fang's ring, surely the guards will let us pass this time. Right?
Look, we already told you, Fang doesn't want to be bothered. He just wants to relax and watch the arena fights. Yeah, if he doesn't get his daily fill of blood, violence, and gore, he'll be snarly all day. And he's hard enough to work for when he's in a good mood. How did you get... No, forget it. I don't want to know. You better go talk to Fang about that ring. Yeah, we don't want any part of this.
Okay. There we go.
Damn it! I want more blood down there!
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind? How can I enjoy the crack of bone, the screams of pain, and the glorious geysers of crimson blood down in the arena with you bothering me? Or are you here to offer me your services for later?
Whoa.
I generally prefer women, but I might branch out if a handsome man like you is willing to beg.
Whoa. Hey.
My ring? But how... That harlot. I should have suspected something when she came to me willingly. Usually I have to command her presence. Well, It seems you have me in an awkward position. I can't let it be known that I was foolish enough to let a whore steal my ring. I would lose my position. So, what is it you want from me? Silver? An imperial posting? What? Of course. Now I understand. The Lotus assassins are behind this, aren't they? I should have known something like this would happen. They tried to bend me to their will, but I'm not easily broken. Or so I thought. Are you proud of yourself? Bowing and scraping at the feet of your Lotus assassin masters, helping them to bring me down? You think I'm an evil man, don't you? You think my soul is rotten and corrupt. But at least I have a soul. The same cannot be said for those you now serve. The Lotus assassins destroyed me. But now that I am gone, I wonder where their attention will turn next. Keep a close watch over your shoulder, friend. My resignation is on the table. Take it and stamp it with my imperial ring yourself.
So there we go. Fang is done being a judge. And he vanishes into the ether as well. So he and Breezes are both ghosts, apparently, because, well, people can't do that. But that's taken care of. So, you know, while I'm here, let's do the Bronze Division, too.
Many people try to break into the Bronze Division and fail miserably. You should be proud of yourself.
You deserve it. It was an honor to face you.
Crimson Kana is the champion of this round. You'll have to face her eventually. Be ready when you do. Now that you have qualified for the Bronze Division, your challenges will be more difficult, but you'll earn greater rewards. I want the very abacuses of heaven to rattle with the name Raging Dragon, so I've prepared something memorable. The guards rounded up a group of subhuman things around the Great Southern Forest. We're going to release them into the ring in groups for you. Are you ready to get started? Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
These monsters crave the flesh of man.
So the Bronze Division doesn't get off to the most amazing start. It's just some cannibals. Not really a big deal. These guys weren't a huge deal back in Chapter 2 either, so...
Mirabelle.
Longsword. Legendary strike.
That was a good start to the Bronze Division. Those beasts are far stronger than they look. Next, you're going to step into what we call the Pit of Pain. It's not the most original name, I'll admit, but that's 500 years of tradition for you. The arena floor will be set up with ancient magical devices. They will attempt to fry you to a crisp, much to the crowd's delight. Your job is to stay on your feet for the course of the match while they fling deadly projectiles your way. I'd suggest dodging, but that's just me. Are you ready to get started? Excellent.
The Pit of Pain. Only the quick survive its fiery embrace.
Ah, the Pit of Pain. So you just gotta not die for 50 seconds. Yeah, so there's fireballs that blow up. There's also blue... They kind of look like fire too, but they're technically not. They're ice. They'll paralyze you for a couple seconds and... honestly not that hard to do. I'm just terrible at it, apparently.
Fantastic! A test of speed passed with exceptional celery. Now
Your sudden and polite silences are always appreciated, Kui. I have a message for Raging Dragon. Kylon the Serpent has, as promised, been watching you intently. You have impressed him so far, and he is interested to see how you fare in your next match. The Serpent foresees your victory in the next match, and he has backed his prediction with silver. He sincerely hopes that his faith in your skills was not misplaced. That is all. If you will excuse me, I have some people who need to be spoken to.
Ha! Well, I'm certain that won't be a problem for you. Did you have a question for me? Yes, your next fight. There's been a bit of a change in plans. Not that it will affect you too much, of course. It's all part of the traditions of the arena, you see. I have word that you're going to be facing a fighter especially chosen from the guild, you see. As soon as you're ready, you'll be facing him instead of a normal match. I was originally thinking that you'd done well enough to face Crimson Kana for the Bronze Division Championship. Things change when the guild is involved, though. The guild's the organization that controls the betting here. That's not all, though. Kylon the Serpent has a lot of influence here as well. I have to bow to certain pressures. I don't like it that much, but smart men don't voice that opinion too loudly. Not around here. I'm certain it will be a small thing. Best to just finish it now. Are you ready to get started? Excellent.
Many of you are asking yourselves why the Serpent would return to the ring. Am I not retired? Yes. But does that mean I do not care about your entertainment? No! You've all seen the fury and the intense focus of Raging Dragon in the ring. Now, it's time to put these abilities to the test. And so, the Serpent gives you a real spectacle. Have your silver handy to place your wagers. I give you Evil and Terror incarnate.
Legendary strength.
So hey, a toad demon's been a little kind of not that long since I fought one of these, hasn't it? It's just a toad demon, it's no big deal. I guess this one does more damage than the ones earlier, but whatever, he's dead, so yeah.
That was an exceptional fight. I haven't seen demons in the ring before. I understand your concerns. We wanted to test the demon against an exceptional fighter, you see. I'm convinced that you deserve a shot at Crimson Kana. Your victory has sealed the deal. That reminds me, I was asked to instruct you to talk with Lucky Cho before your next match. He didn't say, and when I asked, he gave me that glare of his. Go, speak with him now. The sooner you do, the sooner I can return you to the ring.
So the guild's dicking with our matches now, that's great. Well, let's go talk to Lucky Cho.
From what I know of them, the guild doesn't usually conduct business this openly. or in such elegance.
Before you face Kana, I'd like to present you with a mutually beneficial arrangement. Fortunately for you, my employer, Kailan the Serpent, has a vested interest in your success against Kana. This is Sweet Poison Lin, a master of the Toxicant arts. Lin, this is Raging Dragon, the fighter we discussed.
I know this one by reputation, and that's enough. I trust you'll consider this discussion private and potentially very beneficial.
Crimson Kana's rise to Brown's division champion has been good for business, but she has become troublesome of late. She believes that the Serpent runs the arena with little concern for honor, and she's right. The problem is that she cares. The Serpent and I believe that Kana needs to be stopped. We want you to replace her as the Bronze Champion.
It should be a simple matter to slip a slow-acting but extremely deadly poison into Kana's drink before the match. I would say you would be unable to lose this match unless you were to drop dead yourself. What could be easier? When Cho approached me regarding this matter, I felt that it might be in the best interests of the Greater Guild if I were involved.
If you accept, the Guild will cover half of Lin's usual fee. The remaining cost would be roughly half of your winnings from defeating Kana. If that is your choice, then so be it. You may deal with Kana on your own. I strongly advise you not to bring this up to anyone. I hope my point speaks for itself.
This Kana woman would appreciate knowing what you have learned.
Our business is concluded. It is time for you to leave.
Huh. So, poisoning the Bronze Division champion. Actually not a good idea, even if you're close fist. It's actually a much better idea to warn her, even if you're a bad guy. So let's do that.
Tha'awir nis tu kuiruk. Ayer fun. Soir irwu nisir tintina yewir. Wafun. Wo nisir wir uk nokuna fifir. Patier. Soir uyufwis patuyer? Uksayer kun ni kak no aku kwawir fuisir aku fagita. Uksayer caritas funir sisayer ir furk tatasier, ir karanos sakupono. Uksier watuafu ni froto usosawir, uktatasier ni ryoki. Wono wiri fuiro tarir noka sisayer na workuk tantir. Aka wo na wir sawir sonsi noka uk napir. Nara wir wo ifuir uk sunurk. Wo sayer pinir sokart ayawir. Ukwiro ni sayer tatasi yeruyu, wo nawir siyer fu ni winyanakan. Wo sawayer noka ukrapro ni apawafa son siyer tu wirwo. Wo sayer pinir sokart ayawir.
I want to hear that you're ready for your next fight. What do you need? Until the guild stepped in, I was ready to give you an attempt at the Bronze Division for your last match. Now it's time. Are you ready to face Crimson Kana, the finest sword this august arena has seen in 5 generations? Excellent.
A challenger for the Bronze Division, Crimson Kana must fend off Raging Dragon.
So Crimson Kana is actually not a hard fight. She does kind of a lot of damage, but she's pretty easy to avoid. She does have a nice, cool-looking style, though. Dual swords. So I guess I could talk about what happens if you choose to poison her. If you poison her, and you don't warn her, well, you're a dirty cheater. And she will... Well, if you beat her, she'll teach you her style. But if you poison her and don't warn her, or just you don't stop the poisoning or whatever, then she won't teach you her best sword fighting style. If you warn her, she'll teach you a better sword fighting style.
Kana's winning streak has been broken at last. I don't know if you've heard, but Kana has proclaimed that the first fighter who extriciates her from her championship will learn the secrets of her technique.
Wo sajer pinir so kart a jawie.
Come now, the arena works on a strictly regenicated payment system for the fights. There's no way I can give you extra. I'm sorry, but there's no room for bonuses, extra payments, or gratitudes of any kind. You'll be fine with the usual winnings. Now that that's settled, what else can I do for you? When you walk the streets and hear your name among the crowds, be sure that your ego does not swell like the body of 11 gaping maw, god of inopportune gluttony.
Wo sawajer noka ukraproni apawafa sonsijer tu wirwo. Wo nikfrafo wo sawier kwanpa. Ukwiro ni sayer tatasiyer yu, wo nawir siyer fu ni winyanakan. Sata kwa wir ni wo sawir sawawira suyer cook. Wo sawayer noka ukraproni apawafa sonsiyer tu wirwo. Wo ifuyer uk sunurk danowe na waf tatasiyeruk. On wi pifir. Wono wiri fuiro tarir noka sisayer na workurk tantir. Wo sawayer noka ukraproni apawafa sonsiyer tu wirwo. Wo sayer pinir so kart a jawier. Tier nik puntuir poir noka uk sayer takitir noni.
And we learned the Crimson Tears, which is it's essentially the leveled up version of Dual Swords. It's like the Dragon Sword equivalent of Dual Swords. So Crimson Kana was yet another person who remarked on our weird fighting technique. I'm sure that little bit of story isn't going anywhere. So Crimson Tears are actually pretty good, but I don't have them leveled up at all, so, well, they're not really worth using just yet, because they're not going to be too great. Gotta level them up first. But we're done here, so let's just leave. So as soon as you leave out of here after doing what you need to do, like if you took care of Fang, then you get a scene.
Sa ir Yagowak, Kokonato Siri Panoniniku. Sa iros tiusiot, Saro Rasipa Ukar ir Napsoaku. Wuno will na no pa irsu, Isana Yuyo,
Ko nirpuk no sankut na no wana nyapir. Ipaner nuko iwa ir nikasanarir iruru ni nuwa sa ir kana. Usair kokanato tanatia katanano shafatoyo kokanato sir ipanoneniko. Ipaner nuko iwa ir nikasanarir iruru ni nuwa sa ir kana. Sata tawe ir wonawa fu kuno sukut nia awafawa ir sutok. Usair kokanato tanatia katanano shafatoyo kokanato sir ipanoneniko. Nikasurir kwana no kuni ugnawata ir niknipier. Ir kana. Nikasurir kwana no kasa ir iruru.
So, things are looking up. You've gained the favor of the Lotus assassins. With the recommendation of the Inquisitor, the others will welcome you as a recruit. You can slip into the very heart of their lair. You could also go to the arena and seek the favor of the Executioner, but it isn't necessary now. A path to the Lotus Assassin Fortress is open.
And after we find the evidence against Death's Hand, you will take us to the palace to find Master Li?
I promise, little Dawnstar. After we get what I want from the Lotus Assassins, the palace is the first place we will go. You have permission, so there won't be any trouble entering. It's only after we have the evidence against Death's Hand that they might notice something is wrong.
It would still be good to get some information first. Sagacious Zoo might know something. We should ask him. Where is he?
Well, you should be more careful of who you trust. That is true. I wouldn't trust any of the ragged homeless you have collected. No offense meant to those of you who are actually homeless, Dawnstar. If Sagacious Zoo has gone to warn the Lotus Assassins, you need to move quick. If he's just run off, he is no longer our concern.
Zoo would not turn on us.
The Lotus Assassin Fortress is in the far end of the necropolis. They shouldn't give you any trouble. Just appear confident as you enter. Everything is in place. I'll have my evidence against Death's Hand soon enough. Oh, and you'll have access to your Master Li as well. I don't want you to think I have forgotten your needs.
That takes care of that, and Shang got promoted. How nice. I guess. He gets to be a puppet of an evil organization. That's pretty sweet, right? I should get a lot of points as level up. Yeah, 14. I'm going to dump all those into Mirabelle, because Mirabelle's pretty good. Let's just make it even better. The speed's like the really critical upgrade for Mirabelle. But with that, kind of done with things here. And oh, there's a bunch of arrows. Got some talking to do now.